Hello, this is ELITETV, and we welcome you to another part and another much awaited episode of our special talk. And I have brought with you a very interesting part of our show, a very interesting segment where a person, a very much awaited person from Korea is here, Mr. Noel, who is here to give us some information about his Guwon Beauty Private Limited. Hello, sir.
Thank you so much for
Welcome to
having me.
Manipur.
Thank you. I'm glad
Please
to be
give
here.
us a very short introduction about yourself.
Sure. So my name is Noel Ham. My personal story. I've actually been in India since 2015, and I moved to Bangalore first, and was there for work. I was working in like the gaming and tech industry before, and while I was there, I met a lot of people from the Northeast, such as Manipur, Mizoram, Sikkim, Nagaland, and I made a lot of friends with people from the Northeast there. And one of the number one requests I got when I was in the office was all the girls would always ask me, please bring back some skincare when you go to Korea. So after a few years of just constantly getting asked, I finally decided to ask myself, can't you guys get it here? I mean, India is a big country, and Korea. I'm sure there's already lots of Korean companies that have that are selling it here. But I looked, and to my shock, there was nothing. I think it was just Innisfree at the time when I was looking. And Korea has over 10,000 different brands, so I was like, that makes no sense to me. Why is that? So I started researching, and I started realizing, wow, there's a lot of things I can do in this space to help out. Not just Indians, but also Korean companies as well. And over time, around 2018, I decided to start this business, and I met Miss Jennifer, who is running the store that we're in today called Safo. Started working with her in Manipur, started working in Sikkim, Mizoram, all sorts of states in the Northeast, and it's been quite a journey so far, and I'm glad to be here. But that's my little bit introduction. I'm sorry if it's a little long. Yeah.
It's okay. Actually, Korean beauty trend, it has been quite a fame going on in the country, especially in Northeast India.
Right.
Even before it happened in the metropolitan cities, Korean was a huge wave here in Northeast.
Yeah.
So the most questions that are often asked, or that are the things that are often wanted, are the skincare products.
Right.
So do you think that you would be able to help the people here get the skincare products easily?
Absolutely. I think one of the big problems here is that there's a lot of chances you might get fake or black market products here. Might be from China, but it says it's made in Korea. All sorts of things like that. I can definitely ensure that they're sourced directly from Korea, that you're getting what you're actually paying for. And then also, I think there's a lot of barriers to entry on the business side that Korean companies have a hard time entering the Indian market, especially the Northeast as well. And I think I'm uniquely positioned to serve that as well. So for both sides of the equation, I can help out a lot. And I've already been working on pushing products. I even have a few brands that I've already been distributing for a while now in the Northeast. And I plan to have a lot more coming. Yeah.
So if we Manipuris or Northeastern people, if they would want to buy products from Korea, like which are the stores? Are there any specific stores that we have to look into for that?
Yeah. So here in Manipur, I would recommend Safo. This is my main partner that I've been selling products through. In fact, you can see some of the brands here as well. Acwell, Sudden Park. They're actually quite famous in the U.S. as well and globally. So you can get it right here in Safo. Other places in the Northeast as well. I've got a few other vendors, but I think this is a Manipur channel, so I'll kind of focus it on Safo. Yeah.
Okay, and the Korean skincare products, I think they're mostly tuned towards their complexion.
Yeah.
It would be quite different here in
Right.
Northeast India, though like we are also referred to as Asians, but our
Maybe your skin is a little darker
Yeah.
than normal. So actually, the funny thing about skin is that the only difference between my skin and your skin generally is melanin. Melanin. Otherwise, all the foundations of taking care of your skin and everything is the same for whether you're from Africa or from Europe or from Asia. It's generally all the same. It's just the melanin differences. So, what works for a Korean in terms of skincare will work can work for an African as well. It all depends on your goals as well. So some of us, we want to be more, we want brightening and whitening products and whatnot. Then you're looking at different ingredients. But generally speaking, I think even though yes, maybe your skin is slightly darker than mine, we have very similar skin as well. We're all Asians at the end of the day. So for the Northeast, I think it's not a major problem. You can even Korean cosmetics like foundation, our skin tones. I think I've seen people from Manipur who are lighter than me as well. So we're all pretty similar in that regards. So
okay, so on finding out that I have the chance to interview you, I asked some of my friends whether they have any questions. But their main question was, since it's a product from Korea and since it is a very high-end brands, most of them, would it be easily affordable by the people here? Yeah,
I mean, I've got like this product here. It's $900. I think that's pretty affordable for the most part here. I think Korean beauty and Korean brands have a reputation for being expensive, and they definitely are very expensive ones. But there's very affordable ones as well. The ones that I've been selling are anywhere from 600 to, I think the maximum most expensive product I've done is 2,500. So which is all around, I think, the range where a lot of people can afford it. But I would also like to say this. Yes, it is on average a bit more expensive than other brands, but it's also, you have to understand that Korea is it's like the #1 country for producing and making the best, manufacturing the best cosmetics. So you get what you pay for.
Okay.
You get what you pay for.
All right. Yeah. So because it's skin, we have to pay extra attention also to the ingredients.
Yeah.
So because of the purity of the ingredients, that costs money.
Right.
Okay. So your motive to dive into this business, what would you say that motive is?
So, I think my #1 motive right now in starting this business, and you can call it both selfish and a little bit, I guess, generous too, is I actually think one of the barriers that I'm finding is the development of the Northeast in general, and I think if the more the Northeast develops, the better it is for my business as well. And right now, I'm really trying to focus on trying to find more entrepreneurs, more business people to work with in not just here in Manipur, but all over the Northeast. And that's a big goal of mine right now, because I think there needs to be more opportunities and more jobs here in the Northeast so then people will have more money, and then they can spend it on my cosmetics. That's kind of how.
So it's a plus for both sides.
Everyone wins, right? Everyone wins.
So entrepreneurs from Manipur can also, like from Northeast, entrepreneurs from Manipur and Northeast can approach you, and they can get the link.
Right. And just being honest with you, like the Korean there's a lot of Korean companies that want to enter this market. It's there's no better time than now in terms of the opportunity that any entrepreneur has, and that's my job. I'm trying to connect all those dots together so that everyone benefits and everyone grows.
Okay. So this Korean beauty trend, it was brought about by Korean Hallyu wave. K-pop,
for sure.
K-drama. So do you think that it will last more in the future, or there would be an abrupt end?
So I'll from my personal experience, I was actually raised in the U.S. So I saw the Hallyu wave in the U.S. first. So the U.S. got it first before I came to India. And that wave, I think, started, I remember, around 2000, 2003, 2004. Gangnam Style really blew up as well. And I remember I would say that's around where it really, really started in my age. And it's still going strong in the US. And here in India, it started maybe in like 2015, 2016. So if it's still going strong in the US and it started from 2003, I'm sure it'll go strong. It's got a long ways to go before it ends here in India.
But I have to clear that very idea, because in the Northeast, before the mainlands, before the metropolitan cities, in the Northeast, it started from around 19. Before, do you have any idea of the channel called Arirang?
Of course.
Before KBS came into India, it was Arirang first. The movies came into Manipur first, like Northeast, and then the trend started, and I think some of our viewers, they are also fans of first generation K-pop idols.
Really, really.
Yes, yes, and
I'm also a bigger fan of
like
of
Super
that.
Junior.
Yeah, Super
previously.
Junior.
Before that also Shinhwa and all, but
Big Bang.
Big Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what more to ask?
I think the Northeast was way ahead of the rest of India when
Yes,
it comes
yes.
to these
Yes.
trends, and that's another reason why I really want to focus on the Northeast a lot. And even me, I'm convincing Korean companies that the Northeast is actually the best place to start your
marketplaces.
business in India, not the tier 1 cities like Delhi, Mumbai, but it's actually the Northeast, because you guys have been watching all of our shows, listening to all of our music,
Even
since
speaking the language.
speaking the language since the 90s. Whereas, rest of India, it's only starting to get popular now.
After Blackpink.
Maybe after Blackpink,
Or
BTS, and everything.
Yes.
So-
BTS, Blackpink, Psy.
So
after those.
this market, even from with beauty as well, the consumers are a lot more educated. They're a lot more aware than compared to Chennai or Bangalore or even Delhi. So to your point, yes, you guys have been doing this a lot longer than the rest of the Indians, and that's precisely why I want to focus here and start here.
I had to defend my K-pop fans.
Absolutely. You guys deserve a lot of. You know more than me, probably. So.
So any other introduction you'd like to give, like any other information that you'd like to give regarding the?
Yeah. So like I said, I'm interested in promoting more entrepreneurship in business here.
So number one, more
Yeah.
entrepreneurs.
More entrepreneurship, more business. I find that there's a lot of opportunities that people are not taking here. A lot of people are idle and not working or whatever, or waiting for a government job.
Yes.
Really, in my opinion, there's no need to do that. You've got plenty of opportunities to make it big, and I want more and more business-minded people to collaborate with, and in whatever way possible.
So they need to come step out.
So yeah.
Step out. Not be scared. Step out of their shells and approach you.
Right.
Yes.
Ask me anything. Even if you don't want to do anything, you can ask me questions. I'm making myself available out there for questions or anything like that. You can contact me at, I guess maybe the thing can show our contact information, right? You can contact us at the number and the email shown, as well as you can contact Miss Wang Kim and Safo as well for any inquiries or questions or anything like that. And I'll even put my WhatsApp number too.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, and like there's this online trend going on, online shopping.
Yeah.
So there's the Beauty Bar in India, Nykaa. Some of them are selling Korean products.
Right.
So how do you think? Would you be participating in that, or you will there will be a direct contact offline?
So it's a small world. I've actually met the owners of Beauty Barn before. I've met people from Nykaa as well. We all know each other. Yes, there's an aspect of course competition, but also everything is so young in the market right now that we also all work together.
There's still space for everyone.
There's space for everyone. They're all great businesses and business people, and whatever way it is. Generally speaking, there's a lot of different ways to work, online and offline. But I am a little more focused on the offline market. At the moment, that is the more important market for me at this time.
So because there's only Safo right now, do you think that if more interested people come up, there will be chances of other branches opening up?
Absolutely. And not just in Imphal. There's so many other places in Manipur other than Imphal, right? And there's a lot of people who are interested in
More into K-pop.
K-pop and everything in those areas too. So not just Imphal. I'm talking everywhere.
Other districts.
Everywhere in
also.
Manipur as well. So.
So that was about your motivation and about the reason you came to Northeast India, especially Manipur. So now comes the favorite of the audience.
All
We would
right.
like to know more about whether you were interested more in the cuisines here, or how did you find being in Manipur, the weather, the people, and especially our skin.
I have a lot of thoughts. So I'll start with the food. First of all, very spicy. Very, very spicy. I think everyone will agree with me. Everyone outside of India, probably in Korea, will agree with me that it's the spiciest food out there. But it's spicy, but it's also really tasty. I think it's quite similar to Korean food in that sense. My personal favorite is irongba, and that's like the I don't know, for some reason it tastes really good. It kind of reminds me of like a mix between potatoes and kimchi. I don't know.
Wow. So it's because it's mashed potatoes.
Yeah, it's kind of like mashed potatoes, and of course the really spicy ones are really spicy, but I still power through it, and it's still really good. So for sure, that's my thoughts on the food. As for everyone's skin, I think you guys take really good care of yourselves. There's a clear focus on beauty, even amongst the youths here as well. Fashion, beauty.
Yes.
Everyone's really into grooming themselves here. So honestly speaking, I think it's really just a matter of access to products, which is what that's the only problem there is. Everyone has a desire here. Everyone's pretty well educated in terms of what they have to do. You guys just need the products that we Koreans have, and that
you'll be able to solve.
That I will solve. That I will solve.
Okay, so since you mentioned that spicy part, the thing that had always been confusing me and many other people is that 2x spicy ramyeon.
Oh, the shinramyeon. Those.
Is it like the spiciness? I would like to understand. Is it if you compare the spiciness here, is that more spicy or our?
I think your food's more spicy.
That's what we call.
I think your food's more spicy, but I've had people tell me that that's more spicy. So I think maybe there's a different chili, or maybe there's a different spice that I'm used to that you're not. But I don't know. I'm still pretty confident that Manipuri food is spicier.
But in Korean cuisines, you have this. All of them are mostly red colored, like textured red.
Yeah, we have our own like peppers, but it's like so
spicy.
It's more sweet than spicy, I would say.
And you had sugar also, right?
Yeah. It's more sweet than. I mean, it's spicy and sweet. So if I compare it to like Western food, yeah, it's spicy. But when I compare it to Indian food, no, it's not. It's not. Yeah, especially Manipuri Naga food, it doesn't compare in terms of the spice. But so I think ours is a bit sweeter, and that's why it's less spicy. That's my personal opinion, though. That's my personal opinion. But it's
So since all of the youths now are going to get the products from Korea, and they can now maintain their skins, and I think even other products also, they'd be able to get it through you.
Yeah, I'm actually, there's a lot of food companies as well, since we're talking about food, that are quite interested in entering the market, and I've gotten a lot of inquiries from them. So a little bit early on that I'm having my discussions, but I'll have a lot of those opportunities as well. So anyone who wants to do anything, not just skincare, cosmetics, come talk to me and let's do business. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, let's do business, people. Come.
Right.
So I think we have come to the end of the talk.
Right.
So what more to say? I think we should thank you for even me especially, because I have been a Korean fan since I was very young, and because I can get many products now. And I think I don't know, maybe it was because of the celebrities that were representing the brand.
Right.
It was like, if we could apply that Korean cosmetic, our skin, it would be glass skin, very healthy and shining.
Of course.
Smooth.
Right. That's all.
So we are going to get that from you.
Of course. It'll be there. You'll look like Imino in no time.
Okay, then we need to thank you. Thank you from Manipur, thank you from Northeast India, and thank you from India.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a true pleasure and honor to be here as well.
We can also thank those entrepreneurs that are going to come up.
Yes, thank you all as well. 감사합니다.
감사합니다. Okay, so that's all for today's talk show. We'll be back with another interesting episode. Stay tuned. Keep watching ELITETV.